Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. So today's video, we are going to be testing out a ton of new makeup that we unboxed from the last PR haul on Saturday, but we're doing a little spin on it. I decided to hop on the bandwagon of answering your assumptions about me. I have been so nervous about this, but then again, I was like, you know what? This would be a really good thing to talk about so that way you guys can know a little bit more about me as well. And you guys have pretty good assumptions. Some are spot on and some are very off, but I have quite a bit in here, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to moisturize with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream right here. It's a really nice kind of like thick cream and it feels really good. Like when you put your finger in it, that's what it looks like. But I'm just gonna rub this into my face and answer your assumptions. All right, so this first one I really want to address. It says you get financial assistance from your parents and you live comfortably without worry. Another one also said you've always been handed things, not worked for them, no shade. I wanted to like address this because I know like it's so much like you see, there's things that you see and I honestly don't show everything. But I do want to talk about that. So in my family, you guys, my parents, I love them. They did such an amazing job at raising my sister and I. Also, I'm gonna use the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Beauty Flash. This is the primer from Charlotte Tilbury. So they've done an amazing job with raising us. So I grew up on 40 acres of land. My dad worked really hard for what he has, and with them, they've always instilled that in us. We had to work for everything. We weren't handed things. Like for instance, even in college, I had a contract. My dad literally typed up a contract that I had to sign and get a certain GPA. I graduated with honors. I worked my butt off. I still had fun. Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun, but I still made sure to get those grades done. And that's what I had to do for him to be able to support me through college. But he never just hands anything to us. You have to work for it, and that's really big in my family. And everything that I have is because of Joel and I, but my parents did help give me the push to get here because of all the stuff that they taught me. They taught me to be responsible. They taught me to work for what you want. And yeah, that's why we're here. So a lot of people like even like think like if my parents support us. No, this house right here, I even had people think that this house was from YouTube and it's not. We actually bought this house right when we moved back from Florida and I wasn't even doing YouTube full time. I wasn't making enough on YouTube. I was working as a teacher and doing YouTube full time in order to like help with the house. And Joel actually saved up all the money when we were living in Florida. We lived below our means. We saved everything so that way we could buy a house whenever we came back to California. So we did that for a little under 2 years and we lived with my parents for about 6 months. And since my parents did real estate throughout their whole, like throughout my whole life, they did real estate. They still are, my dad's still a broker, everything, but he's basically retired. But he was able to negotiate this house for us. So like we got probably one of the best deals in the neighborhood on this house, you guys. And if I didn't have him to help negotiate that for me, we probably wouldn't be in here, but all the money that bought this house and everything was us. But no, they do not support us, and I still have the pressures in life of like, what if YouTube doesn't work out? What am I gonna do after that? Luckily, I have a college degree. I used to be a teacher, and I have other venues that I could always go back to, or I have other business opportunities that I'm doing on the side, so if YouTube ever like went away. So I just want to answer that one really quickly for you guys. Alrighty, so I actually don't have a foundation to try out, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation really quick and my eyebrows, and we will be right back. Alright, so I put on my Coat and Dough Aqua Foundation, and then I just did my brows with my Benefit stuff that I always use. So for our concealer, we're gonna try out these new Smashbox ones that I'm really excited to try out. So we have Fair Light Warm and then Fair Light Neutral. The shade that I'm gonna use is Fair Light Neutral. All right, so the next one says that you get taken advantage of a lot because you're so nice. And see, with that one, I'm nice, you guys, but I have a backbone. I'm a Taurus. I'm a true Taurus. All right, so my camera died and I had to put a new battery in there. So like I was saying, oh my God, I think this like concealer dried. I've just learned as I've gotten older to pick your battles. So, and I know I can read people extremely well, and there's times where it's like, yeah, if you push me so far, I will say something. Before, when I was younger, oh, you did not, like, I was very, very vocal. But I just learned like it's just not worth it half the time. And so I just pick my battles. If it's a big deal to me, I will say something, but if I could care less, then I'm just like, whatever, do what you want to do. But yeah, I do have a backbone, like, trust me. Like, for instance, I'm the younger sister, and my dad would always say, Madison, take care of Ashley, because my sister is actually the one that gets taken advantage of a lot because she is so nice. So I'm actually more protective over her than anything. Like, if you screw me over, okay, whatever, I'm over it. But if you ever hurt my sister, you're dead. That's that. It's just, I think it's just maturity and age. I am turning 30 this year and I've just learned. So yeah, there's that. All right, so we're also gonna take this shade right here and we're gonna use this one to contour. This is medium warm. I'm not really that great with stuff like this, like with finding a shade to contour with. I feel like this is even too warm. I don't even think that would work, and I feel like that's too dark too. So I think the shade that I'm gonna use is light, medium, warm to do like my contour, like my bronzing with, in a sense. So the next question is, let's see here. This one's funny. You want your husband to limit his cussing now that you have a baby. So my husband, Joel, rarely cusses, you guys. That might actually not even be dark enough. We're just gonna try blending this side out first and then we're gonna see. But yeah, Joel rarely cusses. It takes a lot for him to cuss. If he cusses, then he's really mad. And he's a yeah, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Hang on. All right, we're just gonna try out this medium warm and see how this goes. I feel like this is gonna go so wrong. We'll see. So yeah, Joel rarely cusses. It takes a lot for him to get mad, but when he gets mad, it's scary because it never happens. He's also another Taurus, but he's a little bit different. He's less vocal than I am. He is very stubborn. I would say he's actually more stubborn than I am. I'm easier to compromise with and kind of a little bit more understanding. But he is one that if he doesn't want to do something, he won't vocalize that he doesn't want to do it, and he won't say anything. He'll just he'll just ignore it and then just keep doing what he wants to do. That's him. He's a quiet, I call him a quiet stubborn. All right, so this next one says, you still need your mom and dad approval. And I would say, to an extent, kind of agree with that. And the reason why is because I look up to my parents. They have made so many amazing choices in their life and they're so wise. And I'm one to always want to learn from someone and always get advice and then go back and like make my own decisions, but just get as much information as I can. And my parents are a great source of information. And like if I have a business question or something like that, and I was like, should I invest in this or should I do this? And my dad gives me the best advice because I can trust him because he's extremely wise. He knows what he's doing and I'm still learning. So why not go to them for advice with that type of stuff, for like approval on like, should I do this or should I do that? Because they're gonna help lead me in the right direction. So yeah, I still go to them for approval on things, but I think that's why why we are where we are right now is because they have given us like some of the best business advice. So, yep. I feel like this is okay. I'm not like a fan of this, but whatever. My goodness, it's so hard to talk when trying to try out makeup. It is so difficult. I'm just gonna play around. Just gonna play around. I feel like my skin looks so weird. All right, I'm still gonna use like a bronzer on top, but I'm actually gonna go back in with a little bit of this just to kind of highlight my nose again because I feel like the brown got up there. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one. I like always have to like reload it because more are coming in. Oh, this one's funny. You're a germaphobe when it comes to little Riley. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm surprised. I'm actually a pretty easygoing first time mom with some things. Like there are like where I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, watch the support of the head and stuff, but that's like any mom. But I'm actually pretty easygoing with her. I'm not like a stickler for being like, oh, don't touch her. Don't put your hands on her hands. Oh, wash your hands before every single time you touch her. Like I'm not like that. So nope, I'm not a big germaphobe. And honestly, like I think there is a healthy medium with babies because you want them to build that immune system anyways. So it's like, I don't know, there's just like a healthy balance there. And I think that's where we're at. Haha, that's funny. It says you are super sweet, but once you get mad, it's done. Fire everyone. It's true. I actually, like, I would say that I'm actually really, really nice, very easygoing, easy to get along with. But if you push me to, like, I will take so much now. Before I used to snap, but I think just maturity and age has like changed that. But now it's like, if you get me to that level, watch out. It is bad. It just really comes down to how far someone pushes me. And if you see me go off, then you know you pushed me too far. All right, so with the concealer, I actually like it for highlighting. It's actually nice and lightweight. I wouldn't say it's super hydrating because it actually dries really, really fast. Like, you have to move quickly with it. When I let it sit there, because my camera died and I had to like get it back on and get a new battery, it was really hard to blend out. So do not let it sit there. I actually do not like it for contouring at all, but that's probably because I just don't know how to contour with concealer. It's just not what I do. It says it's hydrating, but I wouldn't say it's like super hydrating. It's 24-hour concealer. I could definitely see that because, and I feel like you honestly don't even really have to set it. Like, I would always set concealer, but I feel like honestly you don't really have to. It's more on the normal dry side and not super, super full coverage either. So it's like in the medium. It's like a medium concealer, I should say. I would say the Too Faced Sculpt Concealer is actually more hydrating than this one. Just to put that out there. But I don't hate it and I don't love it. Anyways, we're gonna try out the blushes here from Kaja. I've tried these out before. This is the 01 Koi. They're like a little stamp. You go in there and then you just kind of put it on the skin, and then you blend it out. These are actually really, really beautiful, you guys. I really love these blushes. They blend out beautifully. So there's that. And then they just twist right back on to the bottom. Really nice. I actually really like those. And then for a highlight, we're gonna use this NARS Super Radiant Booster. I'm gonna take a little bit on my hand and then I'm gonna just apply it and then take the sponge. This actually probably would be really nice. Oh, that's so pretty. This would be really nice even underneath foundation or mix it in. That's just really pretty and natural. I actually really like that. It's very subtle. It's not like crazy highlight. It doesn't move the foundation and it's just really nice and natural. So that's actually really pretty. I'm gonna put some right here, the tips of the nose, blend that out a bit. But yeah, so those are good. Now we're gonna go ahead and do like some powder just to kind of set everything. All right, so this next one is your closet nerd. I'm actually gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury powder real quick to just set everything. So I am totally a closet nerd, you guys. I like anime. I'm a dork and I love video games. So yeah, I totally am a closet nerd. I used to, when I was younger, I loved Pokemon, you guys. Like when I was in 4th grade, but I was so embarrassed by it that I wouldn't tell anyone that I liked Pokemon. And I would never tell anyone that I liked anime. I would always keep it a secret, but yeah. It's funny, I don't know why, but when you're younger, you care what people think, and yeah, I just kept it a secret. So now I talk freely about it. I really don't care. But I love anime. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger, but honestly now I don't really watch it that much just because I don't have time. But I still enjoy it and I love video games. I think video games are so much fun. And we weren't allowed to get a video game system until I was 12. You guys, my parents wouldn't allow us to get one, and then they finally got it for us for Christmas, and me and my sister, we've had all the Nintendo systems since the N64 ever since. Like, we love video games. Every single night in college, we would play video games before we go out. We'd play video games when we came back. We'd sing karaoke on them. We love it. So yeah, totally a closet nerd. For bronzer, I'm just gonna use this Hourglass one, and this is the Diffuse Bronze Light just because I don't have a bronzer to test out. I'm saving another palette because I wanna do, for next week, I really wanna do a video about doing makeup like that's $10 and under. So I'm saving some products for that one. You want more kids and a big family? No. Joel and I never really wanted a big family. We've only ever wanted 2, and now having one, we're like, I don't know how we would have time for 2. Like, it's so hard because we both work from home and it's just it's just difficult. I think if I was a stay-at-home mom, I would definitely want 2, never 3, just because I've just never wanted 3. I think 2 is just the perfect number for me. And it's kind of like, I think it really comes down to what you grow up with. And for me, I had my sister, and it's always been like us two. So I really want another girl. Like, I was so happy when we found out Riley was going to be a girl. Part of me did want a boy because I know that boys are closer to their moms a lot of the times. And I have a feeling Riley will definitely be a daddy's girl. That was like the only thing like why I wanted a boy. But I was so happy when I found out I had a girl, because I always said if I had a boy, I always wanted another boy. Or if I had a girl, I always wanted another girl, because I noticed that when you have 2 sisters or 2 brothers, because they tend to have more in common with each other, so they tend to be a closer relationship. So me and my sister, we are extremely close. Like, we're best friends. We've had the same group of friends growing up. And Joel grew up with a sister, and theirs is different. It's always been different. Oh, that bronzer really helped out this look. Like, really helped out this look. I've always just wanted to, just because that's what I grew up with. And plus, I couldn't even imagine just having another one anytime soon, just because this year is going to be so busy, you guys. Like, it's gonna really rile up here towards the mid to end year. I can't imagine having 2 or being pregnant again right now. It'd just be too hard. But anyways, I didn't even say what I was using. I'm using the MAC Hyper Real Glow in the shade Get Lit, and I'm taking this one right here, and I'm using that, just so you guys know. But yeah, we never really wanted like a huge family, but we both just grew up with siblings. I really want Riley to have what I had growing up. So I hope the next one would be a girl. I hope. I feel bad because Joel's like, I know he wants a boy, but I think every guy does. He won't ever say it, but I could just sense it. All right, so now onto eyeshadow. We're gonna use this new palette, and I've already used this, you guys. This is the NARS Skin Deep Palette. I'm telling you, you need to get your hands on this. This is probably the best everyday palette that you can even do for night looks. The formula, I've already used it once, already impressed me so much. It's so good. It is such a good palette. I even texted a picture of it to my mom and was like, you need to order this now. You will love this, because she loves tones like this. So I can already tell you, get your hands on this one. It is worth the money, especially if you love neutral shades. So we're gonna be using this one today. Let's try to find another thing to ask. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit better about doing makeup and talking at the same time about other things. I just never do videos like this, so I'm so just new to it. All right, so another one says, you seem very type A and like you worry and stress a lot about your baby. So first off, we're gonna go into this shade and put this all over the lid. I am very type A, you guys. I'm very type A. I'm very much a planner. I'm very much on schedules. Life just runs a lot easier for me that way. And especially with the baby, you have to learn how to do schedules. Otherwise, they're gonna be just crazy. If you don't have a routine or you don't have schedules, you guys know with kids, they thrive off of routines and schedules. But I do stress a lot about Riley. I always do. And I think that's why I really like my new filming schedule that I have now, where I film like on Tuesdays and Thursdays for those 3 hours. And I give myself my alone times, like when I get my lashes done or something. And then my alone time is this. And then when I work out for an hour a day. But I also want to make sure I have time to have that one-on-one time with her, because this is like the most important time to build that bond, especially in the beginning. And so I stress that if I'm focusing too hard on work, I'm not focusing on her. So that's been hard. It's hard. And I think any working mom could understand that, because we know how important this time is. And I want to be very hands-on with her. So yeah, I think that's what I stress out a lot, is that I'm like worried, like, oh, am I working too much? Do I need to like back off and then do this? And then I'm like, well, wait, I have to get this done. So it's just about finding a balance, and that is something that I stress about. But since we've gotten on this schedule and this routine, it's been so nice, and it's made it so much less stressful. It's just making sure that I have someone to like with Joel, he just has to step up and help her, take her when I have to film. And just sticking with the schedule. But if you stick to it, the stress has just lifted off my shoulders, and it's been so nice to have a solid routine, like a solid routine. So that's what I work really well off of, and that's what Riley works really well off of. So yeah, I do stress about her, but I think every mom has the same stresses that I do. I mean, I think this is a normal thing. You are someone who is shy. And what's crazy, you guys, is I never used to be shy. I have gotten a lot more shy as I've gotten older. And I'm actually gonna go and take this one into my crease. I've gotten a lot more shy as I've gotten older, but when I was little, oh my gosh, I was not shy at all. I was in sports from a very young age. I did acting from a very young age. I could go into a room for acting for commercials and be like at the third callback for a commercial and with a room full of like people where they have a video camera in front of you and you have to read off these lines or you have to memorize them and do it. And I would do it like that and I would just be totally fine. Now, I get so scared in front of people. It's so weird. It's so weird how it flip-flopped on me. Now I've definitely gotten a lot more shy. I'm trying to get myself to be more outgoing like I used to be. I don't know, something changed when I got older. Like when I go to events and stuff for YouTube, I don't really go to that much anymore because it's so hard with the baby and living in San Diego. But even when I went to them, it was so nerve-wracking going to them by myself. I don't know, I would get so nervous going to them by myself. And if it was me 10 years ago, I would have been like, whatever, let's do this. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird how I've changed. So I'm just gonna pop that into the crease. See, I love just doing this with that cream color on the lid and leaving it like that. I think it's so pretty just for every day. I think it's so easy to do too. Everyone that wants colorful looks is gonna hate me for this one now because it's gonna be more neutral today. All right, so this is a weird one. And I'm like curious why anyone would have this assumption, but it says you and your husband are not together. Nope, we're together. I'm just not wearing my wedding ring because it's still kind of tight on my finger. I can get it on and off, but it is so uncomfortable to wear. I think like once I lose 5 more pounds, I'll be good with it, but no, it's just uncomfortable. But no, we're still together. I don't know why people would think so. We daily vlog. Do you watch our daily vlogs? I'm like here trying to figure out a shade. I'm gonna use this shade right here, so yeah, that's interesting. We have little Riley and we're doing good. Just finding a balance. Here's another one. You were the tallest kid in your class when you were 8 to 11 years old. I was not the tallest, but I was always, by the way, I'm taking that color and I'm putting it all over the lid. I was not the tallest, but I was one of the tall ones. I was on the taller end of the class. Like if you know when they would line you up and like for different things like performances, I was always the one in the back or like on the side, like because I was one of the tall ones, but I was never the tallest. Nope, but I did have always the biggest feet. It's the Mitchell trait. Like from my dad's side, we all have really big feet and big hands, but yeah, I was not the tallest. I'm 5'7". My mom is 5'2", so if you guys didn't know, I'm actually half Mexican. My mom is first generation. My dad is 6'3", Scottish. Took after my dad, even though I don't really even look like, if I was with my dad, you would know I was his daughter, but I actually look more, everyone says this, I look more like my aunt. There's that. So I think if my mom wasn't 5'2" and she was taller, I definitely would have gotten taller. And I have a feeling Riley is actually going to be very tall. You can't really judge as much from a baby because they're gonna have more growth spurts and kids will like be smaller in the beginning and then just take off later on. But I just have a feeling she's going to be very tall because we have height in both of our families, like in my family and in Joel's family. My grandfather was 6'6". So we have a lot of height, and I can tell since she's taking more after me, she's taking very much after the Mitchell side of my family, which is my dad's side. And that side is all very, very tall. Like I have cousins that are like 5'10" and stuff, so that are girls. Oh, that's really pretty. I really like this palette. Like I just wanna leave it like this. I wanna blend out the edges and leave it like this. I think this is perfect because I have to go and do an appointment today for Jenny Craig, you guys. I'm gonna get measured. I'm gonna get weighed. I am so nervous about that because I know it's just gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be hard. But I'm gonna vlog everything, so make sure to go over to the vlog channel and like keep up to date with it all. But yeah, so we're doing that afterwards. And I don't want to go with crazy makeup and I don't want to redo it because I need to take Riley and help Joel do his work. Everything in your life revolves around Riley now, but you love it. So yeah, I think when you do have kids, your lives revolve around your children. I mean, you have to find a good balance and have your alone time with your spouse, which is something that I think doesn't come in right away. Just know that for when after you have a kid, but probably around like 4 or 5 months down the line, that's when you can like maybe take a trip, leave the baby with the grandparents or someone. I have friends that have done that and they've loved it. They said it's much needed. So yeah, like our life does revolve around her because our life has drastically changed now. Now we're responsible for another human being and she thrives from us. So if we don't take care of her, she won't live. So that's how that goes. So you do have to kind of adjust your life to her, but there is just finding a balance there too. And also having lots of help is huge. Because it was so nice when we did that date night, you guys. Oh, it was so nice just to get out and not feel like such a mom. But I always dread it too because then I have to wear regular clothes. I can't just wear leggings and workout clothes, you know? So I always dread like having to find an outfit. We're actually going out for a mom's night out with me and my girlfriends and my sister. We're all having a mom's night out because all our kids are around the same age or like 3 months difference of ages. And we're like, you know what? We need a mom's night out. So we're all going out. Dads are watching the kids and I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. By the way, I just threw that same transition shade back into the crease just to bring it in and blend things out. I'm taking that cream shade up here just to help blend out the pieces underneath the brow. And there. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so for mascara, we're gonna use the new Milani Most Wanted Lashes. I really wanna try this one out. All right, so for lips right now, we're gonna go ahead and use the Liquid Gold. This is from the Amber Shoal collection that she did with Hush, or it's sold on Hush. And I think there's a few units left, so you guys can check that out. I'll have that link down below. But the color that I'm gonna use is Sugar. All right, so there is Sugar on my lips. It definitely is more on the glittery side. So it's like a clear, light tint that is kind of like this color, but it is mainly glitter. So if you don't like glitter, then you probably won't like this, but I think it's actually really pretty. So kind of like jazzes up the look a little bit because the look is so neutral. But I'm actually really happy with everything that I tried out. If you are more mature skin, I definitely would not recommend the Smashbox concealers for you. I think they're gonna be too drying. I think these would work really well if you are more oily to normal skin, but if you are dry, I would probably just stay away from those. I really like the moisturizer. I love the primer. I think those are great. This eyeshadow palette from NARS is the one that I'm telling you, you guys need. Like, it is so worth the money. The only thing is they make the packaging so hard to open up, but the colors are perfection. You can create so many different looks with this. I think it's beautiful. They're so easy to blend out. They're pigmented, perfect everyday palette that you can also amp up for the nighttime. So if you are a neutral lover like I am, you will love this palette. So I highly recommend this one. Love the blushes. If you love cream blushes, you will love the ones from Kaja. I think these ones are amazing. I really liked how subtle this was from NARS as well. It's also be really good if you even like applied it on the cheekbones before the foundation or even mix it into the foundation for more of a dewy look. I think that would have worked out really well too. We probably should have done that. Maybe I'll do that in the future. All right, so I actually filmed a different intro, but it was such a mess, so I just restarted it. But I do want to talk about the products I did try, which kind of made it such a mess for me. So I tried out these Sweet Chefs right here, and I mixed both of these drops together for the glass skin one, and I immediately felt like I was getting a reaction to it. My lips felt like puffy, my face started itching, I had to go wash my face. So I just wanted to put that out there. That did not work out for me. It made my intro a mess, so that's why I like kind of restarted, and then we started using the moisturizer and the primer, but I just wanted to let you guys know about that. But all in all, I think everything was really good. I like how kind of neutral the look is, which is great because I have to go somewhere after this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for being so gentle with me in the assumptions. I have a few more, but that's all we could really go through, and some of them were kind of repetitive. But I hope that this kind of helped you get to know me a little bit more and about my life. I do share a lot with you guys on the internet, but I do have things that I don't share all the time. I try to find a really easy balance with it. But I do want you guys to get to know a little bit more about me, and I think this video was really good for that, and plus we got to test out some makeup. I'm sorry that the beginning was a little rough, but it's because I rarely do any like Q&As or any talking about other things other than makeup while I'm applying makeup. So it's not the easiest. Try it. I promise, try it. It's not easy. So yeah, so thank you for hanging on in there with me, and I hope you guys got to learn a little bit more about me. So thank you for all the assumptions that you sent in, and thank you for being so kind with them. I was so nervous about it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in Saturday's PR haul.